Peace. What up, world? Yeah. It's your boy, the SAA, the DIQ, one more time. This is part two right here, this journey that I was telling y'all about of me in the music business and the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? Remember the first time I told y'all of how Hank Shockley met me at a album release party, and from there on, he brought me in, to the Bomb Squad and to the studio out in Long Island, so forth and so on, and started really training me on how to be a professional music maker. Bomb. So now part two is he bring me to the building, 1755 Broadway. If you know about 1755 Broadway, that's the biggest music industry company in the world, MCA Records. But under the MCA umbrella, which later became the Universal Music Group, we had different type of artists. You know what I'm saying? We had Mary J. Blige, we had Jodeci, Charles Suit downstairs. He had Mr. Cheeks and the Lost Boys when they was at their hottest. Chico DeBarge when he had his hot album out. Erykah Badu, you see what I'm saying? I believe when she started. If I ain't mistaken, I think that's when Erykah started. Real talk. So yeah, I'm in the building. So now I'm an intern, right? I got to get buzzed in before I come in and everything. It was like, okay. But once I got behind that door, you know what I'm saying? Those two glass doors, I was able to have, through Hank, full reign of every department. So you know me, I ain't no dummy. I'm like, I'm going to learn this to the best of my ability. And what I did was basically put myself in a position of artist development. Now, when I got in the building, before I got in the building, I had met somebody named Bilal Allah. And Bilal is like a mentor to me in a lot of different ways, but that's my brother. That's my family. That's my heart. That's my soul. This man, Hank brought me in, and same for Hank, same feeling that I got, you know. But Bilal was Hank he kind of made Bilal in a sense become my mentor. But it turned out that we had so much in common, it was crazy. Bilal had started an organization at New York University, and quiet as kept, when I got to New York University, I took it to the next level. We never knew each other. He the founder. I'm the person who took it. I mean, I got like all kind of people coming to that school, bro. Buju Banton from Super Cat to leaders of the new school with Buster to you, man. Listen, we was popping. You know what I mean? I had a $300,000 budget in fucking college, you heard? So shout out to Bilal. But I also had Jeff Red, you know what I mean? And Jeff Red, you know that song, You Called and Told Me, you know what I mean? It's still rocking right now, you know what I'm saying? When you go to different clubs and stuff, they gonna play that song, especially in the summertime type energy, you feel me? And I also had somebody like Naeem Allah, who y'all might not, you know what I'm saying, who know, but if I say Future, you'll know exactly who Naeem is, because he's a very important part of making Future into who he is right now and who he was in the beginning too. You feel me? So these are the type of people. Naeem was in charge of marketing at that time, you know what I mean, in the marketing budget. And when I jumped into this, I ain't jumping into this with no understanding that I was getting no bread. You feel me? Nobody wasn't promised me nothing. They just promised me an opportunity. So here I am now. I'm in the building. Whoop de whoop. So I started working with the artists who was not at the top of the game, who we would consider to be like B and C level artists, right? But I would help them, you see what I'm saying, to try to get a buzz, get the record, speed it up so the big machine can take it over and, help them to succeed. Anybody that know me know I always had and always do have a good heart. Don't try to play me because it ain't that type of party. But the heart is pure and the heart is good, you feel me? So other than just trying to get myself in a position to move up, I'm really trying to get them popped off. So with that, you know what I mean? I remember one of the crews that I worked with was called the Dead Crew. Shout out to E Boogie. They song was all over the radio at the time because they was connected to Red Alert. And Red Alert is a popular DJ in New York City, you know what I mean? A legend, you know what I mean? So he was spinning and had them on the radio all the time. So we would take them all around, you know what I mean? So I remember the first time we went out, though, I think we went to Connecticut. And we went from New York to Connecticut, and it wasn't nobody in the crowd. So a few people, you feel what I'm saying? So at the point we drove out there and we came to agreement like, you know what? Rock. And they tore the spot down, you know what I mean? So that lesson taught me right then and there, it's like, it don't matter if you performing in front of one person or 50,000 people. You got to give it your all because you never know who's going to be in that crowd. So another joint we went to is I took a group, Pee Wee Kirkland, you know what I mean, the famous basketball dude in New York, also big-time drug dealer, you know what I mean, at one time in his life, you know what I'm saying, converted his life and changed into good things. He had a group, and I remember taking this group to Jamaica Queens, South Jamaica Queens, when the Lost Boys was popping off, right? This before 50. And in South Jamaica Queens, they ain't want to hear nobody else. So I brought this group up there, and the people from the label, they got cars for the group entourage, but didn't get nothing for the group. So we trucked it up there on the train. I ain't had the car at the time. My license was suspended or something at that time. So we trucked it up there on the train. But when we went up there on the train, we putting up stickers. We doing everything we can to get the hype up. And when they got to the show, they tore it down. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, they ain't rock out like the Lost Boys did, but they was from Harlem. And they was able to survive out in Queens, South Jamaica Queens, on that stage, you know what I mean? And we developed a bond, you know what I mean? And needless to say, when we got back to that office, Hank fired a few people, you dig what I'm saying? Because they was trying to be funny to me. But you trying to be funny to me, you was trying to be funny to him. You feel what I'm saying? And they paid the price. Nothing to say. People lost their jobs over that. And another time, you know what I'm saying, and on the road was, shout out to my man Silky in a group called GP Woo. GP Woo was a group from Staten Island. It consisted of people like Pop the Brown Hornet. Now, Pop the Brown Hornet was a part of the original Spitters in Staten Island, what they call Shaolin, you know what I'm saying? So with RZA and Ghost and Ray and everybody, you know what I mean? He was a part of those ciphers and bringing it up, Capadonna, all of them. But he had his own crew called GP Woo. And it just so happened that Hank had signed them. So now I'm on the road with these cats, right? I think they had 6 members. Silky was the manager, me, equipment, and luggage in an 8-passenger van. And we used to go up and down Route 95, you know what I mean? Sometimes we ain't have enough money to get the van wrapped, so we used to put posters out there. And the poster used to almost fly off. Sometimes I used to put my arm out, we going down the road. Had my arm holding up the poster on the van so it don't fly off type things, you know what I'm saying? When we pull up, we didn't stay in no hotels or motels. We got a little spot. Everybody went in one at a time, took a shower, came out. We was back on the road to go do what we had to do. You feel what I'm saying? So from that, you see, I understand and learned about what it is to be on the road. You know what I mean? What it is to actually have people, you know what I mean, out here who you got to take care of. You know, artists going to be artists, but everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't got your best interests. And as a manager, you got to be able to see through all of that. You got to be able to figure out what's good, what's bad, what's in their best interest. Not necessarily yours, because if you do right by you, you're going to get what you're supposed to get. Don't worry about it. But a lot of people, they get greedy. They try to take advantage of artists, you know what I'm saying? And then they wind up why they not in the game. I ain't in this game right now to the top of the level because I choose not to be. Trust me. Trust me. Because I didn't want to be in it no more. You see me? But ain't no doubt about would people love for me to be rocking with them again just because of the type of person I am. You understand? But with that being said, because I'm in the building now, I also was moving around. So I got to meet my future film and documentary producing partner and film distribution partner, Dave Copeland. And Dave, not only was he a master of distribution, he was also the manager and the creator of Heather Hunter. So now I'm in this world. And being in this world, I wanted to do something that was different. I just wanted to see if I could get the music changed, if I could do some remixes to like the music that was playing in the movies that they were making. You feel what I'm saying? So Dave and I developed a bond from that, and we done went and did things beyond. That's my partner, love him for life. So again, at the same time in the same building, if y'all know, on 9th Avenue, was called the Film Center building. And in the Film Center building, there was another little record label, independent label type thing called Aviate Records. And they used to put out a lot of remixes for dance music and things. But some of us, we used to bring them hip hop joints, you know what I'm saying? That was bangers, but it's like independent artists or whatever. And we used to get paid to bring them in. And, you know, one of the records that I brought to him at the time, and you can still check it and look it up. And at that time, it was only me and Puff Daddy was the only people who ever put out legally a Biggie Smalls record. And there's a record by Aaron Hall and Biggie Smalls. Damn, I can't remember the name of this song right now. Word up. But that song we got done through the Wallace Foundation. I got Miss Wallace to sign off on it. Puffy was so mad, he fired one of his lawyers because we was allowed to put that record out. And subsequently, Puff put the pressure on him that we wasn't able to take it to the highest levels. But it's still available if you check out, if you Google or go into your YouTube and Google up Aaron Hall and Biggie Smalls. I guarantee you'll see the record I'm talking about. We went down to Missy Elliott's studio in VA, and I actually got that done. That's a whole nother story, but I got that song done with some made men and some other people. You feel what I'm saying? That was a whole interesting story on that. But back into 1755. Now we rocking and rolling, and you know, like I said, we got artists over there like Mary J, Jodeci, so forth and so on. So I'm running around with Hank, you know what I mean? I'm getting to see this world from the top level, not some, you know, bottom level, not from the top. His meetings, I'm in there, even by his grace. You feel what I'm saying? When he go to eat, I'm going to eat. You see what I'm saying? When we have meetings with different magazines and stuff, I'm right there with him. So I'm getting to see the game from the ins and the out. You feeling me? So at this time, I guess the most prominent record that I was able to make with him before he, you know, stepped out of the building, I ain't make it with him. He made it. He just had me there with him. Real talk. I don't lie on myself. But Mary's live album, you know, and I don't think that's the only live album that Mary ever made. But by his graces, I was able to be there, you know what I'm saying, to rock and roll and take care of what I needed to take care of. So, you know, that was part 2 of how I rocked. You know what I'm saying? Peace.